First off, okay, so let's do the math. Let's say you start doom scrolling at the age of 10 and you die at the age of 80. So 365 days a year times 70 years is approximately 25,000 days. That means that every hour you're doom scrolling is 25,000 hours for life. So now the question is what can you get done in... Okay, I'm not going to get comfortable. What can you get done in 25,000 hours? Literally anything you can think of. Literally anything. Literally anything that you want to do, you can get that done in 25,000 hours. Okay, you want to be a famous filmmaker? It's about 1,000, 2,000 hours per feature film. You can make 25 feature films. You want to get incredibly physically fit? An hour a day for 70 years? Yeah, there you go. You're now an elite athlete. You want to get a PhD? That takes about 10,000 hours, so you can get 2.5 PhDs. You want to learn an instrument? Maybe you want to become a violin master. Well, that takes about 10,000 hours, so you can do the violin, you can do the drums, and you can learn, you get pretty fucking good at the oboe. Have a really weird one-man band. And let's say you want to start a community village. You want to build community in your neighborhood. You want to start a supper club. You want a really nice group of friends, like in the TV show Friends. An hour a day? Done. And this is only at an hour a day. And the average person that's not 2, 3, 4 hours of doom scrolling a day, right? So, but now let's think about this in terms of your free time, right? How many hours of free time do you think you have? Well, yeah, per day, after you account for work and chores and brushing your teeth and pooping and eating and cooking and all of that. What do you have, 4 hours? Maybe 3 hours? 2 hours? The average person, if you take someone across their whole life, they have about 5 hours of leisure time a day. But for people in their 30s, it's more like 3. And if you have kids, it's more like 2. So if you spend those 2 hours doom scrolling, that's it. That's your whole life. You wake up, you do your chores, you go to work, you take care of your kids, you doom scroll, and you go to bed, and you start all over again. Okay, I'm sorry, that sounded really drastic and terrible and scary, because it is. Look, I'm not saying that if you cut down an hour of screen time a day or 2 hours of screen time a day, you're going to be a violin master. I'm just saying that the math here is ridiculous and it's insane, because it's a daily habit for most people. And it's time that, for the most part, we wish we did not spend doing that. So I'm just saying, let's all take a collective moment as a world and reflect on that. How do we actually want to spend our time? Why are we collectively spending our time looking at a bright flashlight filled with slop? I'm building a screen time app. Check it out. Link in the description, obviously. I don't think there's anything wrong with mindless time, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a break. I don't think there's nothing wrong with spending 15, 30 minutes on Instagram Reels or reading NBA articles or whatever. I just don't think we're doing that. I think we're all spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I'm afraid that we're going to wake up on our deathbeds and we're going to be like, fuck, man, I just spent 10 years doom scrolling on things that I will never think about again, that added up to nothing in my life, that were completely empty calories and empty time. We have more leisure time than ever before, and we've found newer and greater and more useless ways to spend that time. And it feels like a shame to me.